that are doing the business, and also consultancy. On your own, you can just say, okay, I want to be doing work for some people have in your they are doing work for you, not for the so I will do this work for you, you come out to pay you back. Some people are getting money per hour. Some people are they are getting their money. People know how many hours, 2 minutes, how people are having doing this. That's why you see survival, later. So these are the things that we are going to do. Um, Value of this vital information that we lack is people have to join and to be offered for this scholarship. For this not put people or about this thing that we like, yeah. So the application is not qualified for this year. Um, but we're looking in terms of higher at this case, yeah, like taking people outside the scholarship, this and that and that and that. So, simply this year, let's do it for them. I don't know what will happen next year. Perhaps we want to tell me how to do it. So, I think really good way for me to be offered this 150,000 waiver for the cost of this scholarship. So, in case participant has able to take this program and put their information, you know, there's one thing that anything that someone is doing, anything that someone is doing, you are getting this internship free, no people from is maybe franchise is the good thing is you can't pay but you take this serious. Um, about I myself, um, I say I am Jafar. I am a teacher, scientist, and economist with interest in economic and I epidemiology. I have a paper in modeling, paper analysis, modeling. Only some paper in competition and paper lab, some paper like competency, paper. So never have to have like so the competition, but now because of opportunity to help my institute, I was will be able to upskill myself. Now instead of the full company that I have got previously. So regardless of whether we are and my university was funded by the state government scholarship award for 2018. I also did that from school. I did actually from science and next is in 2019, 2020. In 2019, I also participated in another medical school in Bosnia University in the US. It's funded by the International Center for Technology. And I became having the top 9 for best to be awarded of Amazon in 2021. So also to talk about my doing contact animation. This was one of the master foundation on in 2000 and 20,000. So I helped them one making so this was this are not what I did past one. So in 2002, I worked at the Colorado State University when books. So this man is one of the problems in the world and applying functional development in simple molecular gain estimation data. So in this, I also work with this man to guide the after I got okay, I also get that what they are doing is also what people are doing here. How can you what how can you modify the problems like this in Nigeria? So these are the two things that you have to do. When you look at whether you talk or mention with waste management, how can you see your waste? You can just see the waste and you must manage your waste. So it's not that there are a lot of things you can do with waste. Go to China, see how they are doing a lot of things with their waste. Go to Thailand, go to see some of the people in Thailand. You see how they can manage waste. So this is like how we that's what we can I'm content I say I'm studying I'm studying I do this I'm following you but those people where this also a fellowship. So it's not that I'm using my money to eat. No, it's a fellowship. So people in Nigeria can also get a lot of money. For those people that cannot go outside and have a job, assisting all that, I don't wish to try. There's a lot of people that have money. Don't have money to spend money. Just come and say, ah, this one, I let me apply for this PhD funding, scholarship funding, this one, they start, you apply, and then you get 5 million your money. Start doing this. Because the top people why they ask that people are in Nigeria. It's because they don't have, they have to look for money to pay the have to look for money to do themselves, have to do the main problem that they are facing. So, we also
Punish yourself, upskill yourself, you can be able to get a lot of things. So, um, its area of interest include actuarial science, insurance pricing modeling, um, risk management, multi-scale model, probability theory, and risk theory. We also do some work on the optimal pricing, financial econometrics, and stochastic process that regulate the risk and credit modeling. We also have another person, giant person, Loveland, is also doing her PhD now in the US. Lovely is a policy research with expert in development economics, sustainability development, and policy analysis. With over 5 years experience, she specializes in employing complex system method and system thinking approach to address health, poverty, and other socioeconomic challenges. Previously, she was assistant policy researcher and a graduate student at the Rand Corporate US, where she collaborates with the top policy research on global health security, urban food insecurity, criminal justice, and the intersection of human and AI. So before Rand, she was worked as the research at the Center for Health Economics and Development in Nigeria, where she contributed to the national health accounting estimation of the country and select states. So she earned a bachelor degree in economics at the University of Ibadan, master degree in sustainability at the University of Andros in UK, and she is a daughter of Commonwealth scholarship. So she at George Mason University in US, and she research assistant on NS Fund project, criminal justice work at S Center for University. So all of us, you cannot see someone that say, I use my money to do see, even BSc, like I don't even use my money to even do BSc. People also say MSc, people also say PhD. Everybody is getting funding, 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 funding. So this girl thought she also get funding after her BSc. She got a Commonwealth scholarship. After the Commonwealth scholarship, she also got another funding from US. She's now doing her doctorate degree in US. Um, we also have another one called Abdul Karim Isa. He's a speaking and educated statistic with a strong qualitative economics background, coupled with a great analytical um, sorry, coupled with the great analytical prowess and exceptional multitasking skills. He graduated with a first class honor in statistics and Erasmus Model Scholar in model and method of quantitative economics. Categorized as immense skill in data collection, cleaning, visual, visualization and analysis, mathematical and statistical modeling for resource assessment, provide analytical insight and solution, fostering communication and consequences, dealing with challenge of model a real life problem. Furthermore, he developed the actual cost reserving tool and model the historical trend and pattern of the population in need of healthcare service in Nigeria. So we have a population in need. So who are the people that are in need? A lot of people are in need. Healthcare system, healthcare financing, healthcare insurance. There's a lot of problems that happen in Nigeria. So we need people like you, young people like you, to come and say, this is the way out, this is the way out, this is the way out. So he has a passionate zeal of solving complex problems, using data driving insight, um, use Excel, R, Python, SPS, Minitab, MATLAB, data to analyze the data set, and identify the trend, anomalize, and pattern for better decision making. He has a robust understanding of mathematical economics and economic impact. So this guy also got Erasmus Master's Scholarship. In fact, by now we have almost four Erasmus within our forum. So within the AGI, we have almost, I think, four Erasmus here scholars. So we have one Commonwealth, we have one Chevening, we also have one from Australia. So these are the way that we want you to behave. We don't want you to come to, we don't want you to be someone that I say, no job in Nigeria, no job in Nigeria, no job in Nigeria. There is no mean that there is no job in Nigeria, but you don't have the skill to get the job. That is the main problem that you are facing in Nigeria. So if you have the skill to get the job, you are going to get the job. If you don't have the skill, there is no way you get the job. So let's go to the next one in the program structure. So uh, the internship program is designed to run for 12 weeks. It will involve coursework, hand-on training, group discussion, quizzes. Class will be held bi-weekly. Bi-weekly means 2 times in a week, so Monday and Wednesday. While Friday will be for quiz. So each and every Friday, you have to write your quiz. The time, we will decide which time. Maybe you can put it by 5 to 6, or depending. We don't want to make it open so that some of you cannot say, please let me write this quiz, so that we will know that you are not going to write the quiz by yourself. No, wrote it for you. So these are the things that you are going to do every week. A more comprehensive program structure will be shared. After this orientation program, I will share the structure for you in the next 1 hour. So the next person on the list is that I will ask the founder and the person that's in charge that is sponsoring all this program, our father and the executive director of the program, to give us a welcome speech and address. Um, so the man of the program, the sponsor of the program, in person of Dr. Olumide Taiwo. Thank you, sir, and you have.
Okay, thank you, Jafar. Good morning, everyone. Good to meet everyone online. Let me show my face. Let me try and show my face. You can see my face. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear
Okay.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, you're welcome to the internship program. My name is Olu, an economist. I studied at Unilag, University of Lagos. I studied actuarial science, first degree, and I worked briefly as an actuarial trainee in an actuarial firm. After seeing the society and economy, I changed my mind that I'm better off as an economist. Although actuaries are very well paid, they the actuary profession is still a virgin industry, and I'm encouraging a lot of people that have mathematics background to actually enter that field. We don't have we don't have enough of them around, and there are a lot of work to be done in the country. So we need actuaries really. In fact, the last time we had a chat with people with executives from National Health Insurance Authority, they said, "Oh, you studied actuarial science?" I said, "Yes." Look. We have to talk. I know that they face shortage of actuaries in the health system. The health insurance program of the country is facing a shortage of actuaries. So I'm encouraging a lot of you to, especially the ones with mathematics background, a statistic background, to enter that field. It's still, it's still growing. It's not saturated at all. So, but I chose to be an economist, and there is one reason for that, and the reason is that I read a a sentence made by General IBB Babangida that the Nigerian economy had defied every logic. So when I read that thing, in my mind, I disagreed with him totally. It is that is not true. It's either you don't understand what you are dealing with, or you understand it, but you are using the wrong things to try to address the problem. So that's why I asked people around, hey, what can I do so I can understand these things very well? They said, oh, go study economics. So I dropped my pen. I went to study economics, then got a PhD in economics, and I've been working in the policy area since I finished. Except a few years when I went to teach in South Africa and in Europe for a while. So I've been working in the public policy area. So, and when you talk about Nigerians are the smartest around the world, yeah, you're right. And the reason is because why I say you are right is that yes, it's true. That's what they say. But I can also say on the other hand that Nigeria is a deeply capacity challenged country. We are deeply capacity challenged. So if Nigeria is like this in terms of capacity, what about the rest of Africa? Now, this capacity challenge has turned us into a people that, as the people used to say, those who observe us, they say Africans, they cannot create green grass, but they go everywhere looking for it. And when you dig deep down into the issues, what you find out is that in many cases, we don't even understand the problem that we're trying to address. We just know that somebody did something somewhere and it succeeded, it worked, and then hey, let's come and do it. So, but exactly what? How do you understand the problem? What do you think? So, what exactly is the problem? And to understand the problem, I mean, if you want to do causal analysis, right, in econometrics, it's the hardest thing to do in life. It's as hard as the way, as hard as let me see. Maybe it's actually harder than medical science trying to diagnose a problem. So, without a lot of cases, we don't understand the problem, but we have a lot of solutions here and there. Everybody can say their opinion, but we don't have the good data. And without data, everybody has an opinion, and that's how we run. That's how the country is being run. So the issues are they are deep. The challenges are, in fact, the more you look into challenges, the deeper it is. Donald Trump called us it's like shithole countries, right? So the more you look into the hole, the deeper the hole is actually. So, but we're not going to leave our country, and Americans are not going to come and fix our country for us, right? So now, so let me come home to the internship program. So we started in 2019, actually. Got the first set of interns. Some of the names that Jaffa shared with you, they were some of the earliest set of our interns. So what we try to do in the internship program is to give people, it doesn't matter what you studied in the STEM science, in the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, physics, whatever it is, as well as economics. As long as somebody is willing to, has capacity to learn, we are willing to work together. So the objective of the internship, as Jafar has listed them out, just two. Number one is that, so the first thing, even when somebody goes to get a PhD, the first thing that what the person goes to get is a framework for thinking, right? It's a framework for thinking through problems, framework for analyzing issues, framework. So if you don't have a framework, sometimes I sit around, maybe I'm listening to some people discussing on the TV programs, and you will see them jumping. They instead of trying to analyze the causation, what is causing a problem, instead of jumping up and down, jumping and there, because they don't have a framework, right? They don't have a framework for even investigating issues or trying to analyze issues. And people that don't have framework, they can't do anything analytic. They can't. Maybe they're just going to be talk show people. Just go and talk and money. But to say come and be in charge of trying to run development problems and programs is a joke. So frameworks for thinking, methods, right? And then the tools that you need to implement the methods in order to analyze and understand problems. It is what you understand that you can solve. What you don't understand, you cannot solve it. You can't. It's a joke. If you don't understand your problem, if you like, go and bring the brightest people in the world to come and help you solve it. They will ask you, what's your problem? And at some point, there was a time that some of these folk that work with international organizations like the IMF, at the bank, and bilateral development institutions, sometimes when we have conversation, they will say, just by the side, what is wrong with your people actually? What's wrong with your people? Can you imagine that your people will coming to us to be the ones to help them to analyze their problem and then give them the solution, how they can solve it? The guy said, I wasn't sent here to come and help you analyze your problem. I'm sent here to come and give you some solutions to your problems and lend you money. Not employing solutions. You're asking me to come and help you understand your problems. What the message you have? I mean, what are they doing? All the people you are training here every year. I mean, and they say are the smartest in the world. So, the problems of development, challenges of development. In fact, when I hear that phrase, Nigerians are the best in the world. I agree. And so what I ask them is, give me one person that you know that lives in Europe or North America that works for a local council, a Nigerian that works in the local council, that works in the county office or county level. There is very hard to find such people. And of course, that's where development starts from. If you cannot fix issues at those levels, you can't fix anything because that's the bedrock of it, right? That's the that's the foundation of it. If you can't get a good foundation, what else are you going to say? So if you can't do the hard work, bend down. For example, I know that for now, our major problem in this country starts from planning. And planning is not something you just sit in your office and just write something up. Or they say that Nigeria has we have good policies. It's a lie. It's a joke. There are no good policies. We don't have a lot of good policies. We only have documents that sound good, that sound nice, that sound logical, that sound good on the face of it. But when you ask yourself, when you read them very well, I've read a lot of policy documents, right? What you find out is that how are they produced? The ministry is going to produce that document with hire a consultant and tell the consultant to go and write a draft of that document. The consultant will go and consult, go and look anywhere, look everywhere around the world, and write a draft and bring it. And they sit around it and then talk and validate and say, hey, yes, we adopt it. That's our policy. That's how it works. So you find a lot of things that are good on paper. But the problem is that so a policy has a set of identified challenges and then goals, right? So you are at a certain position now. You want to reach a certain destination, and then you have to develop instruments in order to lead you through the process to help you get there. So the question is that the instruments that are in the policies, how really relevant are they? Are they itemized on the basis of clear understanding of the analytical dynamics of the system they're trying to make better? Are they those things you see in policy documents? Most of them are just just transplantations, things that sound right, things that sound nice from somewhere. Something was done somewhere here. Yeah. So bring it, come and do it here, all those things. But is it really the right thing for the challenges we have with ourselves? So and you can see it's because number one, we don't have good data. So anybody who's going to do serious development work in this country has to be thinking about data collection. And in fact, even when people come to run programs in this country, if they spend 100 million, hardly will they give 1 million for data. The rest is just going to spend it on workshops, on talks, on hotels, and running up and down, per diem, traveling up and down. That's what they spend money on. But in terms of actually knowledge creation, to actually understand exactly the problem we need to solve, we need to deal with, there's too little money they spend on that. So when you spend too little money in actually trying to figure out exactly the problem you have, the issues, the dynamics, to make sure you understand the length and breadth of the areas you want to intervene in. If you don't understand it, then you will say you're running intervention programs. So, what kind of intervention is that? So that's why you have a lot of failed things around, failed ideas, failed projects up and down. So that's why Babangida had to say that because they've tried many things. They thought they got the brightest minds to write those things up. Yes, they wrote them up, but a lot of them don't even know what they are dealing with. They don't know the country. For instance, during the COVID-19, Boss Mustafa was the secretary for the federal government. One day, he made a mistake of going to visit one of the isolation centers, a primary care center. And when he got there, what he saw, when he got back to the office, he said he didn't know that's what Nigerians' primary care system looks like. Right? So people that are running the show, right? People that are calling the shots, what happens, how much you allocate here and there. They most of them don't know the system that we have that they're trying to deal with. So, and again, our university system is not helping. They are not helping the matter. The university system, if you look at their motto, right, you will see knowledge for socio-economic development. That is what they are training people in the universities has to be linked to the socio-economic development of the places where they are. But of course, we know that's not happening. If it's happening, so little of it, because a lot of people that are teaching now, let's face it, a lot of the lecture notes that are dictating for you for people in class are the ones they wrote when they were students. And the ones they wrote when they were students was dictated to them by their professors who wrote those notes when they was a student. Right? So I can imagine in this age now, some people, some schools still teaching Fortran 77. That's in terms of computer science, Fortran 77 in this age. So you have a lot of people coming, they just went to school to just read and pass, right? Read and pass, that's all. Read handouts, read textbooks, come and write it down and pass. So, but the industry, what is happening in the market? What kind of skills are required? What are the competencies needed? Right? It's totally missing. So that is why people are talking about skill mismatches. There are a lot of skills people are producing in the schools. When they get out, industry is looking for something different. Although the schools are supposed to be, the way the NUC designed the way that the school should be run, universities should be run, they should be having every 4 years or 3 or 4 years a review of their curricula, right, in line with industry direction, industry trends. But that is not happening. But if you go to them, they will say they are doing it too, but they are not doing it. They are not doing it. But they will say they are doing it because I've been part of a team that went to do a review of a lot of universities in the country. They will say they are doing it. But when you look at exactly what the students are learning, they are not doing it. You know they are not doing those things. They're just doing what they've been doing. Okay, so the problem is that the knowledge institutions don't have relationship, they don't match with what is in the social economy. So then what do we have? We have a disjointed system that knowledge is not speaking to the needs of the economy. So people are just producing, just going to school to buy whatever they want, to buy any skills they want. The German government tried to help us to develop a labor market information system that will be an avenue for the industry to be posting their job demands, labor demands, and everything, this kind of skills they want, so that everybody will be looking at that and be making decisions based on the information that's coming out. Parents can look ahead and see where the economy is going. Okay, if I'm going to put my kid in school, this is what you should go study because that's where the economy is going. That information is supposed to be generated, but it's not happening. Yeah, so having said all that, we believe that we have roles to play, right? This is an Africa-wide problem. It's not just a Nigerian problem. It's an Africa-wide problem. In fact, the way they even see Africa now is like a place you just go and drain and just remove all the skilled people that have skills, remove them to the West, right? So you leave the people that don't have skills behind. So there's no further Christmas in the world. Everybody's trying to do the best. Every country trying to do its best. So, and because the conditions are better over there, so just everybody's just migrating until reach an equilibrium that the migration is no longer profitable. Then people start saying, no, I'm not going. But for now, people are just leaving. And even the banks are suffering. A lot of the ICT folks have gone. A lot of people that are very skilled have gone. So everybody's just struggling with it. So now, why? So this internship. So we want to be able to put people on two possible tracks. Number one, because all the people that have come through this program, they've gone on two possible tracks. One is to be able to land a very good job, right? Very good job. So one of our trainees for last year just got into, after the traineeship, stayed behind to do some work on labor market. He studied economics. And then afterward, okay, so found him an externship, say, hey, go and learn from that other institution so that you can add to your skills. So while he was there, he just moved to PricewaterhouseCoopers middle of last month. Yeah, so, but it's still part of Helpman, basically. So although it's a part of PricewaterhouseCoopers, but in terms of belonging to Helpman, he's still in Helpman. So at some point, it's actually going to show up at some point, but maybe not in this internship program. So people that have passed through the program and have gone on to industry, have gone on to graduate school, in the next 4 years, a lot of them will becoming professors. After finishing their PhDs and becoming some professors and so on. And so, so it's a growing community, right? It's a growing community, learning community, where we keep building capacity, building skills. And what we encourage people to do, as Jafar has mentioned it, we encourage people to actually apply to go to graduate schools outside of here. Go and see the frontier of learning, of knowledge. Go and see frontier of how things work, efficient systems. And then so that when you get back here, you know exactly why we are the way we are. It's not that we are so unfortunate people or something like that. No. I think the problem is that we just got some things wrong. And we're still getting a lot of things wrong. So you'll be able to see those things and see how you can contribute to it anywhere you are, whether you are here or you're up there. So a lot of people you see on this that the fact showed up there, they're not here right now. They are out there. So they are contributing to what is going on here. Okay. So that's it. So welcome to the internship program. So it's interactive. Okay. It's interactive. It's going to provide some exposure to some things you probably haven't come across so far. You might have come across some of them, but not to the depth of which you're going to be exposed to them. And then you are going to have to do a few things, right? Apply those knowledge to specific things. And then we see how you think, and then we can guide, and we can share experience, we can sort of provide some mentorship. And for those who are going to apply to graduate school, which I encourage everyone to do after your BSc, if you had a first class and your BSc, you don't need a master's to be able to do a PhD. You don't need a master's degree. All you have to do is just to prove yourself that you're competitive. That's it. At least among the first set of our interns, one didn't do a master's. Now she got into a PhD program, and she's now in her second year at Purdue University in Indiana in the US. So, okay, so it's interactive. It's an opportunity to interact with a lot of people, to learn different things, and to get exposed beyond your field. Another thing is this, especially for those who study mathematics. Mathematics is. I say that math is a language. Some people say it's a study area. I say mathematics is a language, right? And only those who can speak it can understand what you're saying. And more people are adopting that language in their communication. One of those fields is economics. Economists or the economic profession is increasingly liking the language of mathematics and adopting it because it's a internally consistent system, right? Language that can help you to convey a lot of things. Not just conveying it. For example, economists got attracted to mathematics when they saw things about diminishing returns to scale or something like that. So they couldn't say a lot more about it. They just had data. They couldn't say a lot more about it. But until the mathematics came and they saw calculus. Well, wait a minute. Oh, okay, calculus can help you determine the turning point of a curve. Oh, okay. And we are dealing with something that has to reach a turning point and then start dropping. So that's how the marriage between economics and mathematics started. So that's what I studied economics. The applications I'm studying mathematics. There are applications in economics linking to policy issues. The application, in fact, mathematics can be applied to anything, whether it's in health, whether it's education, whether it's whether it's environment, whether it's climate, whether it's even what do you call it? Space. Space studies, right? Mathematics can be applied into anything, into anywhere. Economists are everywhere, studying different things, and it doesn't matter what your field is. I know in this country there are a lot of restrictions. If you don't study something at BSc, you can't do masters in it. They will tell you go and do PhD. It's a joke. It's a practice that people have left behind long ago. Because a lot of people now, a lot of programs. In fact, the most successful economists now, a lot of them have mathematics and engineering backgrounds, right? They've really most successful ones. So opportunities to sort of learn, cross-cutting issues and participate and get engaged and get better understanding of the policy or development issues. A lot of us we live in an environment where there are challenges, and we're thinking about how why are we here actually? What brought us here? So if you understand exactly why you are here, what brought you here, if you can understand it clearly, then you can think about, how do you address this one? I think we gave you, we said everyone was going to do that, right? Like just identify an issue of interest to you that you're passionate about, and write up exactly what you understand about it, why you think that problem is this, and what you think is nice to be done. So, we want to check that so that towards the end of the internship, we'll see how much you've understood the problem different than when you're just coming in. So, with that, I think I'll yield so that other things can be said. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. All right. Cheers.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the um, address and also all the examples that you made. I've told you it's an opportunity for you to meet someone like this. It's an opportunity for you actually. In fact, you are lucky for this program to be free. You are also lucky to meet Dr. Olumide Taiwo, the Chief Executive of High Command Development Institute, and also the internship is fully funded by him. So you don't need to pay anything, you just need you to be